Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to episode 1 of my survival Minecraft Let's Play. I am iWhat, and right now we have spawned on top of a tree in a flower forest biome in a brand new Minecraft world. I am ridiculously excited to start playing, so can we please play the intro? Alright, welcome ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 1 of a series in which I play survival Minecraft. And to start off, we are going to start by punching some trees in order to gather wood, like you would in practically any survival Minecraft Let's Play, I think. Right, let's first explore our world a bit. I have knowledge about this seed. I picked it out from a bunch of seeds. And I have to tell you that we are playing in a large biomes world. And there are a couple reasons for that, and we'll cover them soon. But let's first explore a bit the area so I can show you what it is like. So there is this area, but it's actually the other side of this hill, I think. So we spawned in a flower forest biome, and there is some ugly lava over there, I can see. And yeah, so I chose to spawn in a flower forest biome because I feel like in this series I want to build my base in a flower forest biome. So we will be building our base right around here somewhere. But so here we spawn somewhere, so right over there. So the center of the flower forest biome is like over there somewhere. And I think that's like the area in which we will build our base. The seed, I have knowledge about it, but I don't have that much knowledge about it. Like, the main thing I picked the seed on is it like just... Is this a seed that spawns you in a flower forest biome, yes or no? And if the answer is yes, then this is a good seed. So I didn't spend too much time picking the seed. I also made sure that there is a desert nearby so that we can get large amount of sand if we really want to. But, like, that's it basically. There's not too many requirements on a seed right now. I did, however, hesitate to go for a mushroom biome seed, but in the end I decided against it. Right. I decided to choose for a flower forest biome because actually for a very similar reason as why I chose large biomes. So I was thinking, why would you want to like go and travel very far in a Minecraft world? Like, what are the resources that you absolutely have to travel for in a Minecraft world? That's essentially the question that I ask myself. And the answer that I found, for me anyways, is mostly the plants. For example, you want all the different types of trees, and you want, for example, things like cactus or something that is not available in every biome. But in reality, you only really need one sapling of a different, of every different type of tree, and then you're set, because you can then grow those trees anywhere you want, and you don't need to travel back to the biome that offers those trees, because, well, you'll already have access to them. And this is true for most of the resources in Minecraft. The only real big exceptions to that are, I think, the flowers in a flower forest biome, because you can't really regrow them wherever you want, and sand from a desert. Now, there are a couple other ones, but those are not important enough for me that I care to... I don't really care that those things exist. Right, let's also craft ourselves a bed, which gives us the ability to skip the night if we really want to. Although we still have some time left in our first day here. Right, Objective 1, I am going to go towards the river that is around our flower forest biome. That is something I know based off of the seed and the little bit of exploring that I did before I loaded up this world. Right, so we come to the river here for multiple reasons. Firstly, usually there should be fish in here, but right now there aren't for some reason. And I think that fish in the river are probably the best food source early game. So we'll come back to that in a second, but actually I kind of want a cave right now because I want some stone. Here we go. This might actually be a great spot to acquire myself some stone. Yeah, let's mine it from here. Alright, there are a couple of things that I want to talk about, and that is that I want this series to last for a while. Like, I don't want it to end after, like, I don't know, episode 5 or something. No. I want it to continue for a bit. And in order to do that, I listed myself a bunch of ideas that I had that I want to build in survival at some point. And I did that in a spreadsheet, and that spreadsheet has 135 things that I could think of that I wanted to build in survival at some point, which is insane. So that means that we won't run out of ideas very soon. And yeah, so that's the thing. Also, in that list, there are definitely like a couple things missing. There are a couple ideas that I can think of that I did not put in that spreadsheet. So that's even like an underestimation. Yeah, there are some fish in there. So let's go there and let's try and acquire ourselves our first food, because that is something that I am kind of worried about here. Right. So, as you can see, I already obtained 2 fishes here in a matter of seconds, and if we cook those, we like very quickly obtain large amounts of food, which is one of the biggest concerns early game in Minecraft. While I am gathering the fish here, it is becoming nighttime, and I think that this is something that you would appreciate if I shared it with you in the video. So let's sleep away the first night. There we go. That's the day 1 ended. I think that's something very symbolic here. So let's go. Let's continue to gather these fishes. Alright, after about 50 minutes of fish gathering, I have gathered a substantial amount of fish, as you can see. Now, I think that this will last us for quite a while, actually long enough until we have a more reliable food source, I'm pretty sure. Now, the next step in our, well, progress to acquire our first tools is... Oh my god, that squid is dying, that's sad. Oh god, yeah, alright. That distracted me. Yeah, the next step in our process of gathering our first resources is probably to find ourselves a cave and just go mining. Now, I am not sure. There are plenty of caves around, probably, but I'm not sure where I want to go mining. I think I want to go mining somewhere around spawn, actually. It doesn't really matter, I know, but I just feel like going back over there and go mining there. But first, I am going to let this cook for a bit until we have like a full stack of cooked salmon, so that we can, well, make this stack more easily. And yeah, then we'll have like we'll place a chest somewhere so we can yeah, keep all of this stored somewhere, because, well, I don't want to be running around with it. I have explored the area a bit more. Spawn and the river that we got our salmon at are over in that direction, but I found here a little spot where I think I want to build my first base, and I want to do that into the mountain here. So let's actually craft ourselves a shovel And let's dig ourselves a hole here so that we can, yeah, we can like store our stuff inside of here. Yeah, I think that would be nice to start off here, to just have a home to return to and have a place to, well, store our stuff that we don't want to carry around with us. That is definitely something that we want at this point in time. And I think that's a good goal for, well, this episode, to have a decent starter base to call home here. Right, let's place away that. Let's place away that, and the dirt as well. Alright, let's craft myself a new axe. And I think right now it is actually time to hit up the mines. And in order to do that, I have to locate myself a cave. Alright, I have found myself a really good hole here. The spawn is over there somewhere, and our little hidey hole is somewhere over there. And this hole is like right in between them. And yeah, as you can see, this is like a great hole for starting to mine. I think I'm going to first try and acquire that coal over there, because that means that we can make some torches. Although now that I'm looking in my inventory, it might actually be worth cutting down some trees first, because we'll need some wood in order to craft more sticks, in order to craft more torches. So maybe I should prepare myself a bit better before I go into the mine. But, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Our first goal in the series. We'll get quite a lot of it, I think. So, there we go. I was hoping to find some iron, but I don't see any, like, right near the entrance. So, that's a resource that we'll need to get later. And I'll definitely get you back when I find some. So, let's do that. Alright, I have cut down some trees and crafted some torches, and now we are ready to hit the caves. And we immediately encounter our first zombie here, which we are going to kill, like that. And that was the first mob slain in this series, so I hope that right now we can find some quick iron, so that we can craft ourselves a shield for, well, exactly what I am hearing right now, a skeleton. Which is kind of annoying, because I don't really have a good way to fight these guys without a shield right now. So we'll have to try and avoid the mobs for now. Here we go. There is some iron here. Let's mine this iron before he shoots at us again. And let's actually smelt this first and craft a shield out of it, so that we at least can defend us a bit better. There's also a spider there I can see, so yeah. Let's smelt ourselves up some iron ingots so we can craft a shield. Now I feel a little bit better equipped to go down this cave. I think I am first going to try and light it up and make sure it's like relatively safe, and then afterwards I can always come back to mine the ores later. I will mine the copper because in the early game copper can be useful in order to get XP when you smelt it. And I really have to watch my health, because we do not have any armor on. So it can get a bit difficult here. Oh, it dead ends. Sometimes it continues after that. Yeah, there we go. Alright, I have mined some iron in our little tunnel here that we were exploring. And I am going to smelt those up in order to craft myself an iron axe and an iron pickaxe. That way I will be better able to defend myself, and I will be able to mine some of the ores that are here more quickly. Right. Also, that thing I just told you, where you mine the last blocks at a dead end of a cave, that works very often, especially in the new terrain generation. Like, when a cave ends, just mine the first 2 or 3 blocks at the end, and very often it will continue on after that. It's really weird how terrain generation often ends caves in, like, 1 block wide walls. Right, let's take our crafting table and furnace and let's continue exploring this cave. And it will be over here where we have some new stuff. There's a zombie, and I hear a skeleton. The skeleton is over there. Where did you come from? Oh, there we go. And I should eat. There are a couple creepers behind me. Alright, let's try and kill them and make them not explode. Oh, there we go. Yeah, that was mission failed. Alright, at least he provided us with some blocks. Yeah, let's go down the deep hole here, like down the big one, because that's usually where the good stuff is. Simply because there is more blocks uncovered. And let's see what we get here. There is more iron here, which is good. I should eat. This is a big drop. This goes down. There is deep slate there, so this goes down. This is very wide and open here. Wow, this is very big. I am not going to go down there because that's very hairy. There are a lot of mobs down there. And it's just annoying to get there too, I think, simply because, well, yeah, it's a big drop. That's like, yeah, that's a big drop. I'm not going to do that. That is, however, something to return for later. But there are plenty of tunnels here to go for. And since we are mainly looking for iron, we don't need to go down that deep. Alright, and then we come back out the other hole here, right? That's good. There is also this one, which is immediately to water, so yeah, that's good. I think we've explored most of the cave that we can explore right now. Oh, there's water over there as well. Wait, let me stack up to that and let me check that out. Place a torch there. I think it dead ends as well. I'm not sure. Alright, so let's take this last one. Yeah, let me mine the ores that are like exposed in this first area that I lit up here, and then we'll see what resources we have and if we need to continue mining some more, or if that is good enough for this first episode. I discovered that this granite that generates here in that way, like sort of up on the ceiling here, is actually a large copper vein. And you can see that just by the amount of copper that generated over there and over here. Yeah, I'm pretty much convinced that this is a large copper vein, simply due to the amount of copper ore that is available here. And yeah, as you can see, there is even more. And because of the fact that it's generated in sort of line with the granite mixed in, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. That is good to know, because if we ever want like a rather large amount of copper, we can just come down here and start mining out this large copper vein, which is a good resource to have. I am going to mine the bits that are exposed right now, simply because if you smelt them, they are worth XP, and we'll use copper at some point, so there is really not that big of a downside to mining it. However, we will use a bit of durability on an iron pickaxe. That's not too bad for me right now. Iron is not that expensive. If it runs out, we'll just craft a new one and continue mining. So let's do that. I think that I mined all of the resources, or almost all of the resources that this cave has to offer. And as you can see, we mainly got a lot of copper, although we did also get a bit of iron and some coal. I think mainly the iron is what we are looking for right now. This is not nearly the amount of iron that we want, but it is like enough for now, because right now we only really need the tools from it, so that's great. Also the coal, well, we'll need it as fuel and for torches, but we don't need that ridiculous amounts of it right now, so this is fine. Yeah, right now I think I am going to go back to the little hiding hole and construct a starter base there, because that is actually something that I think would be nice if we could accomplish that in this first episode. We'll probably be mining some more though, because, well, of course, we want some armor and some other stuff, so yeah. Yeah, but that's for next episode. Right now, I want to go back and build a starter base. Alright, I am back at our little hiding hole, and I think that in order to construct a starter base, one of the first things that I need to do is, of course, gather the resources to build it. And I think that for now that means gather wood, because, well, I want to make it a bit fancy, and I think, yeah, with some wood, with some oak wood, that will do. We can definitely build something quite fancy, I think. Yeah, I'll gather some resources, maybe some stone, and maybe some andesite, because I think andesite will actually be a really nice block to build with. And when I have acquired those resources, I'll get you back. Well, that confirms my suspicion that we were mining at a large copper vein. I found a copper ore block here, and that confirms my suspicion. Alright, I've gathered myself 2 stacks of oak logs and some other various blocks that I think would be nice to build with. And yeah, so I think the step 1 is to craft myself an iron shovel, actually, because I really missed that while I was gathering the gravel. And I think step 1 is actually to expand our hole a bit and dig deeper into the mountain. And after that, we'll see what we'll do. Alright, I have prepared our little hole here a bit more for making a starter base. And I think right now is actually the moment to start placing down some blocks. And I think we want to start with the door. And I want it to be 3 wide like this. And I'm not sure if I want to go up a block or not. How high is this? 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I may want to go up a block. I think I may want the ceiling to be like something like this. We can always cover it with dirt on top later if we want to. And then on the inside, I think I want to keep it wide actually, and build some beams like this. Also, we need to sleep because it is getting dark outside. There we go. Okay, so I created like a bit of a framework here in which I would like to build my starter base, and I already have like kind of figured out what I want to build here. So I've sectioned off the wall here into different sections. And yeah, I already see it coming together. So I want one to be my furnace, one where my bed would be, maybe 2 or a wide one for my storage, and I want a farm in here. And I also want one wall to be kind of empty as a project for next episode, because I want to make a map of the area so that we can sort of keep track of our progress, yeah, later on in the series. Because if you make a map early on, you can then compare to, well, what the terrain looked like in the beginning. So I think the end wall here would be very nice if we use that for the map. Yeah, I think I am going to, well, decorate it a little bit and maybe change the floor to what I want it to be, and the ceiling make it more polished so it isn't dirt and stone. So I think I'll get you back when I finished it actually. Okay, I finished building our little starter base here, and I am really happy with how this looks. As simple as it is and as little resources as it uses, it's only like stone and oak wood basically, and a little bit of andesite mixed in. But with those simple resources, I managed to build something that is quite pleasing actually. So we have plenty of storage here. Let's actually run through everything that we own at this moment. Here we go, so you can take a look and see what we have acquired in our first episode. Over here in the back there is more storage, but all the other ones are empty. I just made sure that I would have enough storage for quite a while before I move into a more permanent setup. On the right here there is a furnace, which also has a chimney on the outside, which I really love. That's a really nice feature. And we also have a sugarcane here. Now this is the only thing that I am not completely satisfied with, because to be honest I would prefer this to be grass, but we don't have access to silk touch yet, so that's an annoying process to let the grass grow over here. And that would mean like building a bridge of dirt here, and that will take very long, and I don't want to wait on that. We have our crafting table and stone cutter that we already used in order to build this, and that's it basically. The back wall here is empty because that is the project for next episode, in which I want to make a map of the area so that we can track our progress of our builds in the future, because I think it would be really nice to every once in a while make a map and see what has changed over the course of, well, us playing in this world. Right, but as we have finished our little starter base here, I also think that that is a great place to sort of end the episode at. And that brings me to, well, one of the things that we have to do at the end of an episode, and that is the fact of the video, because I want to share with you a random useless fact at the end of every episode. That is because I am iWhat, and iWhat stands for I wonder about things, and, well, I just love random useless facts. So here it comes. Here is the fact of the video of episode 1, and that is that the planet Neptune is discovered on the 23rd of September in 1846. I would like to thank you for watching. I hope I hope you enjoyed it. If you made it this far, absolutely thank you, because that will mean usually that you got something of value out of this video. And yeah, I hope I can see you in episode 2. Goodbye, actually. Yeah. Let's end the episode here. Goodbye. You have no idea how many takes that took.